Okay, so in last lesson we installed Elasticsearch on our machine. Now it's time to configure it. So as we did for Hadoop, we need to define some variables, environment variables for Elasticsearch, and we define those in .bash rc file or .bash underscore profile file. So let's open that file. All right, and go to the end of the file and just create an environment variable like this. Export es underscore home equal to slash user slash local slash Elasticsearch. So this is the location of our Elasticsearch home directory, and we also need to add it to the path variable. And we are doing it here. So we have mentioned path equal to path colon dollar $es underscore home slash bin. So basically what it's doing is it's redefining the path variable and adding Elasticsearch home slash bin directory in the end of it. So next time you run an executable provided with Elasticsearch, you don't need to specify the entire location of that executable. You can just give its name, um, and since it's in the path, it will be located and executed. So once you set these two variables, we will save the file and exit, and we'll source it like we did before. All right, so now we have ES home created, and you can check it like this. Okay, so all looks good so far. Now let's go to our installation directory for Elasticsearch, and there you'll see another directory called config. Okay, that has all the configuration files. We are more interested in elasticsearch.yml, so let's open that file. And there are a few variables we need to set. So we'll set cluster name, and remember this has to be a unique name, so you can name it anything you want. Okay, um, I have something called ES Hadoop cluster, uh, and then we need to set the node name. This is the node name for your machine. Okay, you are running in one node. Um, Only your machine is in the network, which is running Elasticsearch and Hadoop. So you have one node cluster. Okay, and you need to name that something unique. So if you have multiple nodes, you have all these nodes have to be unique. So for now, we just name it ESH node, and then we need to set some other parameters. Other items which are commented out by Elasticsearch, you can ignore them. They are default settings, so we are not gonna change those. Let's move on to the ones we need. We need to set few path variables for Elasticsearch. Okay, so we need to define where the configuration of Elasticsearch is. So here you can put the entire path. It's under Elasticsearch. There is a directory called config, and all the config files are there. We also need to define data. So here all the data of Elasticsearch will be stored. So I have created another directory called data and have mentioned that as the path. Okay, it's not existing directory, so you can create it, or you can create some it outside also Elasticsearch. It is more recommended to create outside Elasticsearch, because tomorrow if you replace or upgrade your Elasticsearch with a higher version, your data will not be lost. Okay. Then we need something for temporary directories. We created work directory under Elasticsearch, and we also need something for logs, so we created logs. And lastly, we need a plugin directory. Okay, in next sections I will show you how to install plugins. We need few plugins for Elasticsearch. So far all looks good, and we can just save it, and that's it for configuring Elasticsearch. It's very easy.